The Star Wars galaxy is in a constant power play between the light side of the Force and the dark side. It seems that whenever one gains power over the other, it will only be a matter of time before the other takes control and becomes yet again the dominant force. Now, the Jedi talk a great deal about bringing balance to the Force. As we've discussed before, this in many ways means removing the dark side entirely and defeating the Sith, effectively having only the light. However, this is very naive as a way of looking at the Force, and at the end of the day, it's arguably impossible. But why exactly is this? Now, again, we need to remember how the Jedi viewed Anakin Skywalker as being the chosen one to fulfill a prophecy and end the Sith and bring balance to the Force, removing what the Jedi viewed as corruption, the dark side. And this is impossible for two main reasons. For one, it assumes that the Sith are the only institution who can rightfully use the dark side, and that they are the sole contributors to the dark side. And secondly, once the dark side of the Force has been removed from the galaxy, at one time, what's going to stop it from just re-emerging again? So firstly, let's discuss the fact that the Sith are not the sole heirs to the dark side of the Force. Sure, they are the most powerful dark side users, at least the ones that we see in our galaxy. They are the ones who have the sworn vendetta to destroy the Jedi and end the light. However, their philosophy is just as wrong as the Jedi's. There has been many other groups that have emerged that have harnessed the powers of the dark side, and you can guarantee that many more will exist whilst the Jedi and Sith battle for dominance. Arguably, the dark side is just as natural as the light. It feeds upon more basic emotions, fear, anger, things that are completely natural. This is likely why the Jedi work so hard to always recruit every Force sensitive they could to their ranks. If a Force user is left to their own devices without strict guidance, it's just as likely that they will metaphorically fall to the dark side as they will adhere to the light. This is probably why the Jedi got the reputation for being kidnappers, because they knew how important it was that Force sensitives are trained to use their gifts responsibly, because the repercussions of their not could be hazardous. Now, if the Jedi doing this is right or wrong, I'll leave to you guys to decide, but simply put, it is an impossible task. The Jedi cannot control and cannot recruit every single Force sensitive in the galaxy. Some are going to slip through. And even so, for the dark side to stop existing, you have to be assured that every single Force sensitive will not fall to their base instincts. And we know that that's just never going to happen. We know that numerous Jedi have turned to the dark side. And granted, many of them were coerced by Sith. However, this is always going to happen to an extent naturally. Take Barriss, for example. The Jedi are trained to avoid acting on their base instincts, but some are inevitably going to do just that. Now, to the second point, and I do just want to put in a quick disclaimer here. I don't think when the Jedi say balance the Force, they mean no one will ever use the dark side ever again, because even they must realise that that is completely impossible. It likely means no dark side users will ever be able to pose a large threat to the light. So if some Force-sensitive warlord is becoming too powerful, the Jedi will easily be able to stop them. Effectively, there will never be a time where the dark side is going to be able to hurt the light in any major way, and it's ever going to be able to become a dominant power. At least, that's how I interpret it. And this does actually make a fair amount of sense. If Palpatine, Dooku, and Maul were all defeated at the same time, then the Jedi would enjoy relative balance. But again, this is not permanent. The Jedi cannot remove all traces of the Sith. That is almost an impossible task. Similarly to how the Sith could never remove all traces of the Jedi. There will always be cults, relics, stories, and entities, such as ancient Jedi or Sith ghosts, that are going to crop back up again and again. The Jedi, no matter how big their organisation becomes, can never stop this from happening for certain. So it could be decades, or even centuries, or hell, even a millennia, but eventually someone will come along who is Force sensitive, who slips through the cracks, who learns of the ways of the Sith, who grows more and more powerful based on their base instincts, gaining ancient knowledge of the dark side. And inevitably, they will become a threat. They may not be Sith. Well, they may not be Sith how we would refer to a Sith. However, that's not the point. You could argue that a lot of Sith weren't Sith. Palpatine could arguably not be pure Sith due to his very loose interpretation of the rule of two. Were Maul and Savage Sith? Was Ventress Sith? Was Kylo Ren a Sith? And that's the point. Sith is just a title given to a powerful dark side user who adheres to certain beliefs. But at the end of the day, if somebody's a powerful dark side user and they walk like a Sith and they act like a Sith, it's basically still a Sith and they are still a powerful dark side user. Inevitably, sooner or later, Sith or dark side users who resemble Sith will come back. Some, and most of them, will probably be easily crushed by the Jedi. However, some will rise up to become a great threat. And that is just a fact. You cannot guarantee that they will never return. You cannot guarantee that the Force will ever be unbalanced again. That's just impossible. This is the exact same mistake that Palpatine made. He was very, very confident that the Jedi and the light side of the Force would never become dominant again. And look at what the few remaining Jedi managed to do. Topple his entire empire. Ultimately, the dark and light are a never-ending squabble. There will be times when one clearly dominates the other. However, if this is the case, it is only a matter of time before another one will take the upper hand. All the Force sensitives of the galaxy can really do is keep their side on top for the longest amount of time possible. But what do you guys think? Do you believe that it is possible that one side could ever truly destroy the other? And if so, how? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please remember to like, share and sub as it is really appreciated and it helps the channel grow. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at @TheLoreGuy and tick the bell to get regular updates. But most importantly, thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you're all having a great day and I hope you're all staying safe and I'll see you next time.